OSHKOSH 2026. We're out here in Wisconsin. It's my first time out here. I think it's your first time out here. This is Victor. He's one of our A&P students, and we've been really excited to bring a bunch of students with us and kind of showcase the world of aviation, the world's largest aviation event in the world, and it's kind of a different experience for an A&P student.
Not knowing what I wanted to do for the rest of my life, you know, waking up and doing the same thing, waking up and doing the same thing. Be willing to take the chance, man. Be willing to take the chance.
In this video, we're going to show you guys what it's like to be an A&P student out here at OSHKOSH, why it's a good idea, what you might like about it, even if you just want to do it for fun. When did you guys get out here, and kind of what's something that's been standing out to you since you've been here?
Yeah, so we got out here about Monday. A lot of things stood out. I mean, obviously just the amount of businesses that are here.
Yeah.
Like you said, I'm a student right now, and I'm 9 months in. I'm almost done. Something that stands out so much is the amount of businesses that are actually looking for A&Ps. This is like more of a flight convention, but at the same time, you know, I walk up to these businesses and I tell them like, hey, I'm an A&P student, I'm about to graduate, and they're like, amazing. The demand for the A&Ps are insane right now.
That's crazy.
So that's honestly the first thing that stood out to me, is just the amount of people that are looking for A&Ps.
Yeah, and so you're saying you're talking to people about like potential job opportunities. I imagine this is what people talk about when they say you're supposed to network.
Exactly.
Does it not? My thing with networking is it always feels kind of like, oh, here's a business card, nice to meet you, shake a hand and leave.
Right.
Does it feel like you're making actual connections?
Oh, 100%. Yeah. I mean, especially when you come in with a great attitude. I mean, you show up and you just start a conversation with them. I mean, obviously I start off with, hey, I'm going to be an A&P real soon. What's it looking like for an A&P in your business? That immediately starts off the conversation. And like I said, this being a pilot convention, you know, when I start off with A&P, they light up. They light up. I've gone to multiple businesses starting off with that, and they pull me to the side. They pull me to the side. Wow. They talk to me. I give them my resume. I'll get their email. I get their personal contact information. I think I've gotten like maybe 3 pilots, like from all different places, that are looking for an A&P to work on their planes.
I didn't think about the fact that maybe it's like you guys are actually undersaturated here.
Exactly, 100%. It's a giant funnel, and being here is just narrowing it down to opportunities. The doors are open, and it's just the best thing ever.
How can someone get the most out of this when they're coming out here? I mean, there's the job opportunity, sure, but it's a lot to see.
It is.
There's a lot to do. It's actually a little overwhelming. I mean, you're staying at Airbnb, some people are camping. Can you kind of like talk a little bit about just how you would approach this, given that it's your first time now, but how you would do it differently?
Yeah, 100%. Let's see, something I would do differently is definitely to learn the the tractors that go across here. You got to use those. I mean, walking everywhere, you can do it. I've been doing it for the last couple of days, but definitely getting a map and learning where the tractors go to learn from one spot to the other, 100% recommend doing that. It's a lot to see, it's a lot to take in, so I would definitely take it day by day, you know, try to plan out how many days you're gonna be here. Maybe go to one section, really soak in what everyone's learning, what everyone's doing. You know, obviously bring the right shoes. It's a lot of walking. I see a lot of people in slippers, I'm like, or like sandals, I'm like, my feet are killing me now. I don't know how you're wearing that, but shoes, get some sunscreen.
What's like some things that you saw that you're like, must see, I would recommend?
Oh man, I mean, like the planes we got back here, there was a C5 yesterday. I mean, that's one of like the biggest planes in the world. All the fighter jets are out here. You know, to a normal person, you know, getting into this aviation world, seeing those fighter jets just sitting there. I think it was Wednesday night, the huge air show. I mean, I think every 4th of July should be like that. It was insane. The fireworks, the planes flying through the fireworks, the bombs that they were, you know, it was props, but whatever. It was insane. The drones, the different planes that they were flying, it was amazing.
Were you ever interested in coming to OSHKOSH before this? You came, you helped us out to work a little bit, but what did you know about it, and what did you like look forward to? Yeah,
so I didn't even know OSHKOSH was a thing until I started A&P, honestly. Yeah, which was a crazy part, because if you were to talk to me a year ago and you were going to tell me I'm working on planes, I would have said, what are you talking about? So obviously this has been a whole nother world opening to me, but learning about OSHKOSH, and you know, obviously as a school we were talking about it a couple of weeks because of the camping and the Airbnbs and all that kind of stuff. So I mean, literally until Monday when I got here, it was kind of disbelief that this was going to be the biggest aviation celebration in the world or whatever. So being here and realizing that there's, I think the record was almost 700,000 people here, eye-opening completely.
Insane.
Whole different world.
It's actually crazy to me.
Yeah.
Why did you want to work on airplanes or even join the Thrust Institute of Maintenance?
Yeah, so a little backstory, I got really close to my uncle for some family matters, and he has always been in the aviation world. He actually works at Southwest, so every single time I saw him, he lives in San Diego, and every time I got to see him, it was another story about aviation, He was telling me about the high demand in mechanics. And a little backstory, I mean, I'm an automotive guy, so I love cars. I love working on cars and stuff like that. I mean, just working on a lot of that kind of stuff really threw me into like a gray zone of like, do I want to, you know, make hardwood flooring for the rest of my life? Do I want to do trucking for the rest of my life? And learning about this kind of stuff is what, like, wow, this is a whole nother world that I have no idea about.
Yeah. What do you think is like next for you? Do you have like a sort of a vision for it?
Yeah, 100%. For me, I would love to go to the airlines.
Yeah.
Me and my wife, we love to travel. So being into the airlines, I think with the benefits and everything, that's gonna help us out so much to travel.
Yeah. And then lastly, I guess since you've started training for your A&P, is there anything that you've learned now since you started that you would want your past self to know? Like the world's gotten bigger and bigger.
Yeah. Let's see. Be willing to take the chance, man. Be willing to take the chance.
Yeah.
You know, it was night and day from where I was to where I am now, and you know, you just have to take that. It's like if you don't, you're gonna be stuck in the same spot your whole entire life.